Hello YouTubers. Well, I'm back here once again with this Husqvarna 254 XP. I thought I was pretty much wrapped up with this saw. If you remember the last video, I think it was in this, when I was working on this saw, I did a muffler mod on it by showing how to basically keep it looking stock without making a ugly big outlet pipe on it. I went ahead here off camera and I was servicing the clutch group here. I was going to go ahead and swap out my rim sprocket because it was badly worn, which no big deal. But once I got a little bit further into it here, you can see here I got clutch off and got a little further into it here. Had a look at my oiler gear. It's fine. The threads aren't stripped on it or anything like that, but on the drive flange side over here, on these saws, on all of these late model 254s, 257s, 261s, 262s, they all use the same oil pump and the worm drive. Earlier versions had a different style. These the late version ones, or later version ones anyways, they use this type of clutch drum with the cogs cut in the end of the drum to drive the oiler gear here. Those cogs engage here into the oiler worm gear, but unfortunately this worm gear, the female cog part of it, is stripped out. You can see here it's literally chewed all the way around. It's supposed to have indents, 4 different indents cut into it, and it's literally stripped all the way around. Now usually what happens is it's not the oil pump. I checked it out, it's fine. It's not jamming or binding up. What happens is with these usually, where I am in the cold climate here in the north, what happens is people run too heavy of an oil when it gets cold, or summer weight oil left in the saw from earlier in the season or when they last use it, and then take it out on a really cold day, and and that's usually what happens. That was the weak point on these saws, was these little oiler gears. Now I don't have a actual spare brand new one. Far as I know, you can still get these for these saws, but they are getting a bit hard to find. Some dealers have, some don't. I don't know if Husqvarna still has these as an available open option part. I don't know. I know, like I say, different dealers, some have lots of stock, some don't. I found a dealer online that was going out of business, selling out the last of his stock, and he actually had a bag of these, like 4 of them in a package. So I went ahead and ordered them from him, and he's going to be sending them to me. They are actually in the mail and they're on their way to me, but I don't have it right now. It could be another week or 2 before I get it, with shipping delays, and well, you know how that goes nowadays. So, but I do have another wrecked spare carcass here, crankcase, and this one still has the whole clutch group on it, and I'm hoping that the oiler gear on this one is still in good shape and it's the right same style as this one. Now they did have like I say, an earlier version where they didn't have the cut cogs on them. They were just the end of the drum was smooth, or the end of the spline here was cut smooth, and they had a totally different they had like a for lack of a better term, like a press fit worm gear on the crankshaft. Lack of me being able to explain it properly, it's they had 2 different styles, the early version and the late version. This one here is the late version on this saw because this is a later model saw. So I'm going to go ahead and try and remove this clutch group here off of this wrecked carcass I got here, which is a 254 carcass. So we're going to see here. go ahead and put a glove on here and hang on to the flywheel on the opposite side here and see if we can rattle this clutch off. Now remember, this is a left-hand thread, so righty is loosey and lefty is tighty on opposite. So, oh, there we go. See, these little impacts are amazing. They work incredible. Don't take much, and you get things apart in a hurry. Especially in this saw game, there can't ask for better. Actually, this clutch drum is in very good shape on this wreck saw. So, of course, the sprocket is wore out. That's what I'm glad to see. The oiler gear is in excellent shape on this one. This will be a good example to show you folks here. Just take and spin it out and remove it. Yeah, this one is actually this oiler gear is either this saw originally didn't see much use, or somebody put a brand new one in here, because it is actually has virtually zero wear on it. It is very nice shape. Nothing wrong with this. I'm just double checking everything here, making sure that we're all good. Yeah. Now what I mean here, this is a perfect example. I don't know if the light will show or not. This is what I'm talking about here. They got the 4 cog engagers there. You can see right there the slots. And this one, it cut the slots into a perfect circle all the way around in the gear. Just going to go ahead and stick the old buggered up gear back in this other wrecked carcass here. Actually, just even though this saw is dirty, the worm gear and everything look really good, so I'm glad I've got a good spare pump. I'm sure this pump probably works just fine, so we'll go ahead and put everything just checking my clutch drum here. Yeah, that's fine. It'll be fine yet. The one from my saw here is actually got a little more wear on it than this other clutch drum is in better shape actually. Very nice shape, really. But we're going to go ahead and still splines aren't worn terribly or anything on it. Just like I say, it's just got a little bit of wear on it, but nothing excessive. So it'll still go for many miles yet. Put everything back together. I don't like, I don't know, when I'm on my spare parts carcasses, I don't particularly like to, some guys like to strip everything down and put everything in whatchamacallit, but just so everything stays together. There we go. Yeah, some people like to strip them down and have everything all, you know, available loose parts, so to speak, or whatever, in bins or buckets or whatever, but I don't know. I'm not particularly crazy. Stuff gets scattered and lost. I'd rather have it on a, if I'm going to hang on to a carcass or a crankcase like this, it's not damaged or broken, so actually it's a good spare bottom end to have around. So I'm going to go ahead and keep that, like I say, put it back. I've got some big plastic tote, storage totes that I keep a bunch of saw carcasses in the back of the shop here. So anyways, that's what I like to do with that. I like to just kind of leave stuff semi-complete type of thing, so that when I can go back and I know exactly right away, grab a carcass and strip whatever part that I need if and when I need it. So not a big deal. Just checking to make sure everything is good here, and it is. So we'll go ahead and yeah, no issues there. So I'm glad for that. Doesn't hurt to, I got a little bit of grease over here in the side thing here, so doesn't hurt to go ahead and not just grease your bearing, but put just to put a little bit of grease in your oiler gear there, just to keep things working well. And my clutch bearing is in good shape, so we'll go ahead and I run a little bit of red tacky type grease. Doesn't matter what brand. It's a better grease overall. I prefer it over a cheap lithium grease. So I mean, any grease is better than no grease in your clutch bearings. So I run some of this synthetic grease in some of my haying equipment in the summertime on the farm here. Keep things in good shape as best I can, anyways. Grease is maybe a little bit more expensive than the better stuff, but it's still cheaper than bearings and scored shafts and that kind of stuff, so I prefer to run a little bit better grease if I can. Just going ahead here and checking to make sure that everything is okay here and don't have any funky burrs or any whatchamacallit get caught up. Now I've got a brand new 7-tooth sprocket. I would prefer to run an 8-tooth on these saws. They're a high revving saw already, but if you put a 8-tooth on there, for the smaller wood that I cut here in my area, it works excellent. But well, anyways, there we go. I'm gonna go ahead and ourselves a little bit of a burr issue going on here on the inside edge here. Okay, I've got a little bit of this clutch drum here has got a little bit of a burr here on one cog here. So I'll go ahead off camera here and I'll clean up this burr with my little rotary tool here. Well, actually, you know what? I'm just gonna, for whatever reason, on the one cog here, it's got just a tiny little bit of a burr here on the outside edge here, so I'm just going to go ahead and clean that up. Tool there, the bearings are getting rough in it. I think it's going to crap out one of these days. It's done lots of work for me already, so let's see here if that what's going on here. There we go. Go ahead and get everything reassembled here. Now you can go ahead and just put a little bit of whatchamacallit, tighten a little bit with an impact on the back side of it, on the reverse, or tighten it. But use your pull out your recoil rope a little bit, because otherwise, if you leave it all the way extended in, you're putting all that tension on your recoil mechanism. So keep that in mind. Just hold the rope out a little bit in your hand, and you give it a couple little rattles here, it'll be fine. Just like that. You don't want to do that with the pull rope all the way in or all the way home, because what's going to happen is there we go. So we've got a almost we've got an almost new oiler gear back in here, and then when my other new ones show up, we'll have a few spare ones, because like I say, I've got the whole family of these saws, and I've got one other saw here that's got a bit of a rough oiler gear, so that one's kind of on its way out, so it'd be good to have put a new one into that saw, and I'll have a couple spare ones for the future, because like I say, the stuff for these 200 series saws is starting to get a little bit scarce to find now, so some of the stuff is still available, but it's probably just old stock. As it disappears, it'll be pretty much probably gone for good. So yeah, there we go. Everything is back together, and well, moving forward, and we can finish putting this thing together. Well, there we have it. One complete saw all back together and pretty much ready to go. Just got to sharpen up the chain, and I'll get it in the wood one of these days when I have time, and give it a test run. But I went ahead off camera and put a little bit of fresh gas in the tank and sloshed it around and dumped that out and rinsed it out. And somebody had put a new filter in it, but there was kind of a funky looking little bit of slimy sludge in the bottom of the tank, so went ahead and rinsed that out, and went ahead and put some fresh gas in it, and well, it's a runner. I had no idea if it ran or not. I was told that it did, I guess probably a long time ago, but actually runs and holds a tune pretty decent. The clutch spring is a bit weak in it, so I'll probably have to go back and go get my other carcass out again there and pull the clutch unit out of that one. I'm sure everything looked in pretty good shape on that one, so it's probably be fine. This one, the chain has a tendency to keep creeping or crawling a little bit when it's running or idling, so the clutch spring is getting weak in it. So, but other than that, it's a runner. So I'm running out of gas. I didn't put much in it, so. But anyways, it's a running working unit, so that's a good thing. Doesn't seem to have any air leaks, so I know the seals are fine. Like I say, it was running a little bit fast there, but I only put a squirt of gas in it just to run it a little bit, so, and it was running fine there. I had it outside running here for about five minutes or more, so now it's starting to run out of gas again. But other than that, another good little saw to be a backup to my other original 254. This one is overall in better shape than the other one. Just a little bit dirty, but like I say, when it warms up in the spring here and I can get to cleaning and washing parts outside again, I'll degrease this one, and it'll come out pretty good. So I guess we'll call this a video, and just like to say thanks everyone for stopping by and checking out another one of my videos. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and we'll see you all on the next one.